Palpatine, probably one of the biggest and most underrated roles in Star Wars. Today I thought I'd explain his role in every single film in the saga. Okay, we're starting off with one of the worst films in Star Wars history. I mean, there is only 9, but like it's one of the it is the worst one. The Phantom Menace. In this, I actually believe Palpatine set up Padme and Anakin. I think he sent Padme on that trip to meet Anakin because he knew he was there. He sensed Anakin's presence. And this was like his first step into manipulating Anakin, was to cause him pain when he lost Padme. Okay, next we've got Attack of the Clones, and the biggest part is I think he was in control of the clone army, wasn't he? He put the chips in the clones to make Order 66 possible. He did have it programmed that they wouldn't kill Anakin because of the scene where Rex's chip malfunctions, but he doesn't kill Anakin. He instantly turns angry onto another Jedi. So that kind of reveals that his plan was from the beginning to not kill Anakin because the clones were under construction for a while. Okay, next we've got Revenge of the Sith, and this is the most obvious one. He was revealing himself to the Jedi as the Chancellor, just removing the mask that he was covering from the Force. Obviously, Windu helped remove that. He manipulated Anakin. He put the visions into Anakin's mind, and eventually he realized that he couldn't save her if he was using the light side of the Force. And of course, he won because he executed Order 66, and the clones killed all the Jedi except 2. Right, now we move on to the originals, and I don't actually think he had a role in A New Hope, but I think I'm going to redo this video, but just about what he does in Obi-Wan, because I think he's going to have a huge part to play in Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's going to be protecting Luke from the Chancellor, I think. That's my prediction. Right, the Empire strikes back now, and he beckons Luke to Vader. He makes Luke believe he's actually strong enough by connecting Vader and Luke to the Force in that forest scene on Dagobah. He makes Luke believe that he's strong enough to kill Vader, and in the end, he's just trying to get Vader to turn him to the dark side. In Return of the Jedi, Luke visits Palpatine. He's trying to turn Vader to the light side. I think he realizes there's a conflict in him after fighting him. The Empire Strikes Back. Instead, he confronts Palpatine, who fails to turn him, and instead Vader turns on him. We all know what happens next. Right, now we get on to the worst 3 films as a general, and I just don't know, there's so much they could have done. I might make a whole video on how they could have made this so much better. But The Force Awakens, he makes a clone of himself, Snoke, who he then sets to train Vader's successor, Kylo Ren, and we all know how that ends out, but we don't know at this point. The Last Jedi is very similar to The Force Awakens. I think he's kind of all in his big plan to train Ren to eventually destroy the last of the Resistance, but at this point Ren's starting to feel conflict and Rey is starting to turn, and this is when Palpatine realizes that Rey is a threat. Now into The Rise of Skywalker. I think this is the biggest part he plays in actually the whole saga, really. He summons Rey. I think the Sith Wayfinder was just a way to get Rey to him, and he gets her there. She knows she's brought to him by the Force, and he is so close to destroying her when he shows that the only way to save her friends would be to kill him and take control of the army. But luckily, Ren sees sense and comes and saves her. The videos will only get better, so if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.